World of Tanks is a funny old game. You just never know what you're going to get. You think you see what's going to happen, and it just doesn't work out the way that you'd thought. RNG, +2, -2 matchmaking, you just don't know. Hey Tanker, Seattle Forge here, and we're watching Golf Dude 3 in his OE Tier 6 Japanese heavy tank. And they're favored to win in this one, and I can see why. That they do have a smattering of bananas among the tomatoes and oranges, while the other team seems to be primarily made up of, well, you can see for yourself. So Walt's making his way toward the little slopey thing here that most of the heavies go to, and shell's loaded, he's ready to go. Walt also uses a lot more AP in this tank than I do. I pretty much use exclusively HE and the occasional heat round. But he's had some luck with the AP, so we'll see if that makes an appearance here. So Walt emailed me this replay because I wasn't in this game with him. I didn't know who the S-Clan was. Walt's on the East Coast. Most of us are West or West Coast. And he's had a little change of heart. There's a lot of tanks over on the on his left, and there's a heavy push coming up the gut here, and he decides to take matters into his own hand and roll his way over there. And we see the M6 doesn't know what's coming. 443 damage on that roll, and Walt bounces his shell easily. And Walt's building up ahead of steam and didn't get tracked, and rams for 303. Ow. And the experimental's coming in here just in time to take a shell from Walt. 2 kills, and we're a minute and a half into the game. Oh, and look, the Electo's made his appearance known. And Walt will have a shell ready, and that Electo's a really fast little tank. But he gets hung up on a fence. And Walt's just going to push him to death. Just pushing him to death. And finally he hits a post and explodes. 3 kills. 3 kills! 3 minutes into the game. And Walt nudges the Electo's corpse out of the way to make his way through the town here for a little further. And there's a leopard! And there's a leopard. There was a leopard there. And now there's only a scrap of fur, perhaps some skin, maybe a discarded asshole. Alright, they're taking shots at Walt's butt. And he knows, he saw him turning and he's like, no, 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 you leave your butt to them. And you just turn your turret. Oh, he gets smashed by the little arty, little German arty. And the damn Electo corpse is in the way here. Walt's waiting for his tracks to come up, and there's a T-3485 that wants a bit of Walt's ass. Oh, a lost shot. No splash, no nothing. What happened there? Wargaming, please explain. Please explain. So what's Walt going to do here? What's Walt going to do here? I think he's going to stay back here for a little bit. Now Walt has taken some damage, and his driver's dead, and his radio operator's dead. And he doesn't want to poke out because then the T-3485 gets his full side, which he can pen easily. And Walt gets a piece of him. 670 damage. All of his tank. With this Hellcat's being a dick. Churchill, SU-100, and Hellcat moving in on the OE. Churchill rams Walt, taking up most of his health. He's down to 10. And the SU-100 pushes the Churchill into the OE, killing him. Walt is taken out. 2,121 damage that we can see here. We'll have to take a look at... I don't think there was any blind shotting, do you? Did you see any reason to believe that there was a blind shot? That's a ridiculous game. 5 kills in 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. 3 of them ram kills. Well done. Hey Tankers, Seattle Forge here in a Tier 10 match in my brand new M48 Patton, otherwise known as the Fatten, and I'm with my pal Montana Grizzly, who's in his Gurley 15. And I'd be first to say that this is not a great performance by me whatsoever, but I did think it was a really interesting game. As you can tell, there are several really good players on both teams. I'll give the edge to the other team. You know, the big clans are here: Otter, Essex. So I go pushing up to the middle in my medium, hoping to give spots of Grizzly. Oh, there's a 1-3-2 takes one for me. That's great. But it looks like there's a lot of tanks pushing up to the middle here, and you haven't seen nothing yet. They just keep coming and coming and coming. And the map's getting more and more crowded. We're already down a tank. One of our best players in the AMX CDC goes down. And I bounce off the bat chat, and not for the last time. I didn't know that was possible with a tier 10 gun, but now I know. Look at this crowd. Look at that F line. Look at it. Now, one of our players earlier in the game had said, one line is the secret sauce to winning this map, which I don't actually agree with. You have to defend it, but you know, when you have that many TDs, they should be able to hold it. And the enemy team really hasn't sent anything to the village in the east. And with the exception of our Bulldog, they don't spend too much time, our team doesn't spend too much time dicking around over there. I hate it when I see tanks go like D9, D, well, they should go D0 if they go D9, hanging out there, because you can't move forward. You can't move forward. You can snipe a bit, but you can't move forward. This 152 and I get in each other's way, and I'm not going to assign blame, but I had the right of way. And I sneak one into the CDC, and he puts one into me. That's a good trade, I think. Alright, 152. Oh, Artie. Gonna steer away from there, and there's another Artie shell. One to one. We've taken out their T62A, which is a far cry better and a better player than our AMX CDC. So I'm feeling a little better, but still, look at this crowd. Look at this crowd. If I take a look at the one line, we got a T71 out there who's out there for spots. But I don't know if our team's really got their guns pointed in that direction at this point. So if the rush does come, I feel like that T71's going to get it. Bulldog still way in the back. B-line, B9. He's starting to move up, but he's going into that corner where you can't really advance. And our guys have already cleared the city, so he's got to haul ass if he's going to be of any use whatsoever. And I see the CDC making a break down the one line, and I'm thinking that I'm going to go take a shot at him. Oh, there's the bat chat. He's everywhere. There's only one of him, right? But then I see that they've lit up these guys in the back, and I think that that might be more use. I hate the replay bug here where you don't see the outlines and so on that you do see in the game. I did have a clean shot at the IS-3. I just bounced. And at this point I'm feeling very old and very slow. And I ignore the Type 62, which doesn't come to bite me in the butt, which is good. And I try to feather a shot on the GW Tiger. I actually could see a fraction of him above the ridge there, but could not get the shot in. Accuracy on the Fatten, not the greatest. Alright, let's put one on the T62, and oh, I get some help on that. 9 to 5. Alright, here's the bat chat. Oh, I back up, I can get more than a sliver, and I aim in and whiff. Alright, so I've whiffed on him once, and I've bounced on him once, and I am in pursuit. And this is a personal failing of mine, is that I get greedy. Another ricochet on the bat chat, and there's a T54 mod 1, and I probably should have turned to deal with him, but I didn't. Instead, I greedily go after the bat chat, and finally put one in his ass. Alright, bat chat making his way over the ridge, and this is really where I should have broken off and let somebody else handle him or come back for him later. Because this T54 mod 1 is just making a meal out of me. And I ignore him in pursuit of the bat chat, who's so much faster than I am, and just sneaking away. Got the Bulldog following the T54 mod 1, T54 mod 1 following me. I want a shot on that bat chat, and I finally put him away and turn to deal on the T54 mod 1. So I give a bit of damage with the ram, and the Bulldog finishes off. And I wait for my tracks to come up. And I'm only on 353 health. We only have the Object 140 to deal with, and he's down here, so I'm thinking I can get a little extra damage. And he comes around the corner, and I get a lucky shot into him. He gets one into me. I'm on 69 health. Who's got the better reload? Huh? Who's got the better reload? Oh, him. He does. I suppose this is an obligatory time to talk about Russian bias, but that was on me. I should have known better. That was on me. And the FV215B going ham on the Object 140. Bulldog having some, everybody having a little some, and this game is over. Top Gun. Who gets Top Gun?